Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another edition of The Gift of Gab. Today we're going to do a follow-up video to our rates video. So I thought I would just get nice and comfy, settle in, and talk with you a bit. Thanks for joining me. So you may have seen this video in the past, and it's been a fairly popular one, but there's been a little bit of confusion about this video, so I want to clear that up. I want to talk about some things that I think are going to help make the whole subject of rates much, much clearer for new voice actors. And I got a little bit of a surprise for you in this video too. The first thing I want to address is that in this original video, when I talk about the rates of pay, when I talk about the prices that people are charging and getting for a voiceover, those rates are per project, per job. I was stunned to see how many people in comments were asking, is it per hour? Is it per minute? Is it per, like, right? No, none of that. You know, that's not how voiceover works. So those rates that you're seeing, they're per project, and in many cases it's regardless of how long it takes to complete. There are some areas of the industry where people quote and price by the minute, by the finished hour, by the word. I am not a fan of any of those, and it's also not how I choose to run my business. So when I talk about rates, that's really not the stuff I'm talking about. As always, the GVAA and SAG-AFTRA are excellent models for rate advice and for referencing your rates and making sure that you're charging accordingly, fairly, and fairly to you. Remember I said I had a surprise? All right. So something that you don't often see if you're new to voiceover is what a proposed rate actually looks like. Until you're on a talent agent's roster or until you're in a casting network and you're actively seeing auditions, you don't really see what people are offering and how much they're paying. So today we thought we would show you some. Now, these had to be extremely altered, and they've been blurred, and there's tons of information we had to block out because of NDAs, because of conflicts, because of proprietary information, and because it could just get me in a lot of trouble. So we're not doing that. But what I am showing you, what we're highlighting and focusing in on without divulging any of the other information, is how much the job pays and for what. So here you go. Here's a couple to take a look at. This was a great job. This is one that, as you can imagine, people jumped all over. But it was also a very competitive casting. I think we saw this through multiple talent agents over the course of about a month. This is a great job too, and it's one that I'm gonna jump on very quickly. I'm gonna wanna prioritize it and try to get that audition out the door and into the hands of the person casting it sooner rather than later. This one here, no. Really not doing it for me. Not to say that there aren't people who would take the job. Maybe it's a good job for you. Just wasn't a good job for me. So I passed it. I just didn't even bother to respond. Sometimes you'll see things like this, where the casting party will actually make a comment about the rate. Maybe, hey, it's a little low, but, or we're not crazy about it, but we're giving you the option to respond. And then you just have to use your best judgment. This one's gross. No. This one's so bad. I would never, no, you just, that's like an auto, instantly delete, move on. So there you have it, guys. Some examples of rates in 2021 in voiceover. I hope this was super helpful for your career and your education. As always, if I can be of help, please feel free to reach out through my website, GabrielleMystico.com, or on my socials. I look forward to talking to you. Thanks.
Well, I have a wonderful electronic invention I want you to see. It looks something like this.